Hi, I'm Teresa Ruth Howard from MyBodyMyImage.com, and I'm sitting here with one of my students who I've been working with, Madeline Crawford. And I wanted to bring you her story because she's been working very specifically on some dance things, but also that also goes into sort of like body reshaping. So, first of all,
I'm 16.
How? No, I was gonna say that, but I'm 16. She's 16 and proud. And tell us a little bit about your body journey. Like, let's take us back like 3 years.
Okay. Well, I should probably, I've always been tall. So I've always been like, oh, I'm so like, tall.
I'm so huge.
And then, we moved to Mississippi and I just started I don't know why the environment just changes your thoughts about food. So
wait, you were moving from where?
From here.
From New York. So you went from New York.
So I went from when I was little, I lived in New York and
you lived in New York, and then you moved to
Starkville, Mississippi.
And then the food culture down there
is not
it's lard on
great.
top of lard, on top of a biscuit, on top of lard.
It's delicious.
It's delicious, but it ends up doing something, having an effect on your body.
And you just don't know what you're supposed to eat. Your PE teacher will tell you we're fat because we cook so well.
You're like, okay.
Okay, awesome.
So here's the question. So, and you'd always been dancing. Did you notice that there was more physical diversity in New York City versus when you were in Mississippi? Was everybody just big or bigger?
I mean,
in terms of heavier.
I wasn't aware of the dance world. I didn't want to it wasn't my thing.
No, but just in general, bodies. When you walk down
bodies.
the street.
Oh yeah.
So everybody's just
everyone was just
there's less of a thing about being thin or looking a certain way in the media. That's this thing. But we look this way because we cook so good and we like to eat, and that's just how we are. Right. So you didn't have any body issues relative to the changing your body in terms of putting on weight? Or did you feel?
I had no idea.
So you had no idea?
No.
And you were dancing at this time, but
I was doing one ballet class a week.
Okay. So when did you move back to New York?
Moved back to New York freshman year
of high school.
I'm not in college.
She does not look old. Okay.
It's I need to get into a performing arts school, so I did LaGuardia, PBAS, Talent Unlimited, and I really wanted to go to PBAS because Ailey's so pretty and
You moved back to New York. You started taking open classes, and do you start looking at bodies and going oh, maybe I should look a certain way or look a different way?
Well, by that point, I was I had slimmed down because the summer before I moved, I was I gotta get in shape.
Oh, so wait, so let's talk about that.
It wasn't about moving. It was
So what clicked?
I have no idea.
What was it that was I had to put that fried chicken leg down?
My dad's always been organic. When we lived in Mississippi, he had to know the farmer that the cow was coming from.
Right.
And he's always been that. He always says no to anything I want to eat. And then my mom's from the South.
She's
she's
this because we cook so
good. And she doesn't want to say no to me. So it was this.
So what was the thing? And it was internal. It wasn't about. Was it about body image or was it about feeling better? Or do you remember?
I think we got a gym membership, and I was it was fun.
Oh, so maybe you started to experience your body in a different way. I'm working out.
And then I took gymnastics that summer. I was this is so awesome. I love.
So you became active, physically active,
and I just liked it.
Probably put you in your body
because I was never dancing a lot. I was sitting on the couch
that's really
eating
interesting. That's really interesting. So becoming active probably made you more aware sensory wise of your body. I'll tell you, when I met her and she came to my class, the thing that I noticed about her was a very common thing. She was tucked under, and that generally makes you build muscle in your thigh. It makes your thighs more round, let's say. What else was it? She was back on her heels, and basically her whole pelvic and groin area was sort of locked or bound. So if you can imagine, you've probably seen this. If you take a passe up, your hip will go up with your knee because it's just locked together. Or you go développé à la seconde and the hips go, you go développé to the front, everything swings under. So she was like really, really bound. I remember looking
and I was really like,
oh, and she works like this. Oh,
and like she would get
hard.
red in the face and have to like.
She was working hard, and I was just like, you don't really need to work that hard. Like you need to work halfway. So the first year I had her, we started to work. I work really intensely with alignment. That's like my thing, like the pelvis. It's the power of the pelvis, the gospel of the pelvis, and that started to happen. But this year, so this year we started to work privately together. And what made you want to work privately? What were you looking to change, or what were you looking to get at?
There are just things we can't cover in class.
Oh, no, wait, we have to say that Maddie could not turn. She could not jump. Like she couldn't get off the ground because her body was sort of so bound or earthbound, but clenched down and locked down. Like prison. And she couldn't turn because she couldn't get up on her legs. So she couldn't balance because she was so tucked under that it made it hard for her to even access the muscles to stand up on the demi-pointe. So I think I think you're just ready to like, let's just figure this out.
Yeah.